So.
I need to move this water. Which we should probably be about live now, whether we like it or not. Banyan, how are we doing over there, buddy?
I must refresh my screen.
Sorry, I'm waiting for it to kick over for me.
Yeah, I got it over on mine. I can see us. We're exited host mode. We're back in.
Hooray!
Hooray! PreRamble is
Hooray!
live. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, it's
Yay!
right with the world. Hey, Banian?
Xander! What's
Xander.
up?
Yo.
Hey guys. Wow, this was we weren't on last week, so we were on this week. So we got about 2 weeks worth of information. My eyes are a little bit.
Jesus, Xander, it's been open for 2 seconds and you're heisting already.
He's like, I've got it. They love that heist game.
Well, Congo doesn't anymore.
He should have been on. Was it
He just
Friday?
handed to him.
Oh, Friday, yeah, Friday. Good Lord, they got a bunch of.
They got a bunch of things in there. They got a lot of money, a lot of coinage. So it is. It's been about 2 weeks. Because of everybody having to go where we have to do everything.
It's been way too long. And then my last Sunday internet debacle, where, for anyone who cares, I did in fact have to have the cable from the house to the street replaced. It was damaged, and they also replaced my modem. So hooray!
Hooray!
So you should be good to go for Monday morning.
Yes.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Well, I know that a lot of people are liking your Monday morning. That time frame is actually working out for a lot of people.
I'm glad. The Thursday morning as well. Well,
Yeah.
Thursday and Monday from 10 to noon.
Well, I think what it is that it's that morning time slot, because I am actually going to be changing up when I'm going to be doing it, because I've noticed that I'm on when a lot of other people are on, which
Yeah, it's a little competition.
yeah, and it's not that problem. I mean, it's not. I don't have a problem with that, but I've been kind of looking at stuff and kind of keeping trends of when we should be on. That we were constantly showing content when it's like a lull period, and I may be doing it like 5 o'clock in the afternoon instead of like 7 or 9.
Oh,
No,
sure.
fair enough.
So it'd be pretty interesting. It's
There's
already
big-
going on, Banyan.
Yeah, add the amount. Oh, they're too late now.
Shot in the skull right off the bat.
Yeah, but Bania, you need to do exclamation point heist space then the amount of dice that you're putting in.
All right, guys. Also, if you're listening, share it out, guys. We only need 14 people to get us to 200, and it actually helps us out a lot on Twitch because there is a mark. Once we get to 200, we get extra bonus stuff for it. And of course, we'll be giving away the Extreme Destroyer unassembled. So go out there, bug your friends, bug your families. Say, hey, just go make your Twitch channel.
Oh shit, that's still in my car.
Tell them just hit a follow. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Heck, go make. If someone makes 14 accounts with 14 different emails and gets it, that'll be fine by me. I don't care.
It seems weird, but sure.
And we can get that going because I want to get that because 200 is a really important mark for us. Other than that, Kathy, you've had some pretty interesting stuff going on. You've had what? You're getting your new roof.
I haven't had. Well, I guess it has been interesting. In the sense that, oh my God, I'm so stressed and anxious. I just want this stuff to be over with. Yeah. So the whole internet thing took a little longer than I had hoped for it to resolve. That was resolved on Tuesday, so I was able to do the Thursday morning stream, and thank goodness. And then Wednesday we decided we were going to get a new roof for the house. So
is it a roof or a roof?
It's a roof.
A roof.
Like the sound dogs make.
That northern accent coming in.
So yeah, it's a roof, and it will be on the house. what can I say? Yeah.
Keep
We,
saying that. All I can think about is the old Celebrity Jeopardy skit.
Oh, jeez, what?
Rough, like your mother likes it. Sorry. That's where my brain went. I'm horrible. See, Xander Voldor's in the exact same spot. High five, Xander.
All right. So yeah, other people have seen the things that you've seen, and I haven't.
Oh, you should look that up. They're so funny. Oh my gosh.
Um. So yeah.
Continue about your roof.
But I don't want to. No. I just wanted to make that. So Tuesday, the guy is coming over for a preliminary look at everything, and then in a couple weeks is when it's supposed to start. So that's not something I wanted to be spending money on, and as well as everyone understands. But sometimes you have to. And actually, we do need a new roof. Roof, 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 roof.
Oh, that's funny.
So John, you've been doing some crazy stuff with the moving and everything.
Well, yeah, pretty much for the past 2 weeks, I've been get off of work, go to the place in Glen get stuff, take it to my new place, and then last week it was go back there and sleep and do stuff, and now it's stay here because I live here now. It's been, I mean, aside from Friday, which was the last day of the month, which is a busy day at work, but wasn't too terrible. It's been, I mean,
has it been rough too?
It's been pretty rough. It's been like 13 days straight. This is my first Friday, and today are my only days off in the past 2 weeks not doing anything. So
Friday was a heaven day where I didn't have to talk to anyone if I didn't want to. I was so happy.
Well, I got a question for you, Kathy, because I saw this on Facebook, and I have to ask you, what's the deal with eating popcorn on a fork?
So, when I go to my friends to game, if I'm playing D&D or whether we're doing a board game or whatever, they always would have cheesy popcorn. And you know how messy that orange cheesy popcorn gets all over your fingers, and then it gets all over everything else.
No, it doesn't get over everything else. You lick it off.
Or you get your spit all over everything else. Because everybody likes cards passed around that have your spit on them.
Paper towels.
So I'm like, well, just put it in a bowl and eat it with a spoon, and then I don't have to worry about that. And so then it made eating other popcorn better when it gets down to the little crumbs, because I love popcorn, and I don't want those little crumbs to go to waste. And it's way easier eating them with a spoon than it is trying to grab a bunch of them with your fingers and dropping them all over yourself.
Ah! I just unhinge my jaw and swallow it whole.
Why does that not surprise me? You're like an alien from V.
Wow, I'm a lizard alien? Shit.
Wow, that's like an old school callback right there.
No, they did a reboot not that long ago.
Yeah, reboot was horrible, though.
I didn't watch it because it didn't have Michael Ironside. If you don't have Michael Ironside, fuck.
I love Michael Ironside. He was my favorite part of V.
Michael Ironside makes almost anything better.
Mm-hmm. I will agree with that.
I mean, he didn't make Highlander 2 better, but I don't think anything could have made Highlander 2 better.
Highlander 2? What is that?
Hey, Sadron, you got to do exclamation point heist and the amount.
Only one.
Giant chicken.
And then, technically, he didn't make, what movie was that? Hold on. He didn't make Sequest better, but that's not really his fault. I mean, he was better than not having him, but the creative choices were terrible. Anyways, it's just because that came up recently, I brought it up. But yeah, I have not played a game in weeks. I was going to play games today, but the guys were all busy doing stuff, so I just hung out, set up my TV, and then chilled and took a nap, and then went out and got stuff, and had a lazy day.
Super, super lazy?
I wouldn't was super lazy, but pretty lazy.
The best.
Yeah, it's good once in a while, and we got, short week, weird week, because it's 2 days off the 2 days.
Why?
Why? July 4th? It's an important holiday.
What?
You
The
know.
Independence Day, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh, have you? Good.
The
No.
Independence Day, you mean?
Oh.
It
But yeah,
makes
so
me
that's
weeks.
that's pretty much me. It's been kind of boring. I mean, sorry, moving stuff is not easy. And moving tips for those of you who are listening. Only one tip. I didn't label boxes because I don't really care. I need to look at all the boxes and see what's in them. Just make sure you label or know what boxes the pins and rails for your shelves are in so you can get them so you can put things on said shelves. That's it. Everything else not important because you need to go through all the boxes anyways. Just that because I didn't,
That's
and I
hilarious.
still have two shelving units, as you can kind of see in the background, that I can't put anything on because I don't know where the stuff is right now. And I have the shelves right over here on the ground, leaning up against the box, which isn't in view actually. Just out of the camera to the side.
I laugh at your discomfiture.
Oh. Am I a little off center? I don't know. Weird.
You're
I feel
okay.
like my monitors maybe a little.
No, it's just you.
Anyways, Gonzo, hit us. What'd you do?
Let's see. I got back from M3. Sorry, setting up some stuff. Did that. Started painting. I actually tried my airbrush out on some models, which I've got a little bit more work to do because I totally messed it up. But it's okay. Learning process.
You don't make mistakes, you can't be learning, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because and mostly what it was is not learning the, how can I say it? The trigger. That's like the key. That was the one thing I was like, oh, I need to learn how to use that properly. And like, I guess when they shipped it, the needle wasn't out all the way on the brush. And so when I sprayed it, it came out in this huge, wide, big area. I'm like, that's not the zenithal highlighting I wanted.
No.
And so I pushed the needle all the way in, which I can see now why it wasn't, because the needle would have been bent or broken in shipping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me. So I tested that out, which was interesting. I'm going to play around with it some more. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cardboard and lay it out and kind of draw and just test pressure and stuff. Got to play a couple of games because I'm trying out a couple of new lists in Grimkin. I didn't like either one of them. I lost both games, but it was more of I didn't like the way the army plays because I got a bunch more qualifiers coming up that I'm going to. I did try the color shifting paints through my airbrush, which was a learning experience because the metallic flakes that are in it, I have to put a lot more pressure in it because it'll get stuck because it'll glump up. So
Yeah.
like I said, that's just learning stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna have to
It's
do it.
funny because Jim and I were just talking about that today. Because he had just used that color shifting paint from Green Stuff World on some Drop Fleet ships, and he had just used it on this big Reaper Bones dragon. And you have to use, for best results, glossy black primer.
Yeah, it's better if you do that. Yes.
Otherwise, you don't get as much of the color shift, but also you can't really do washes or anything else over it, or it destroys the color shift. So basically, you're just spraying this flat color onto your model and not doing anything else to it.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
So,
which was interesting because I did it. Let me switch over and I'll show a picture of it. I did. Let me go to the Twitch solo one.
they even suggest that you not mix them, the color shift colors, or spray one over the other one.
Yep. See, I did.
Because that will destroy that interference color.
Yeah. I did this, and I just switched cameras up for a second. Ooh. and you can see the color shift on the weapon because that's what I was kind of going for. But it's not the color I like. The color that I thought it was going to be is not what I wanted it to be. So I'm just repaint it, paint it black over it again, and try a different color with it.
I like it on the sword.
Well, that's the only where it is on the sword. But I don't like the color. It doesn't fit what I'm looking for. So I'm going to do it another one. So, ooh, my camera's like way off here. Oh, no, it's because I moved my sheet. Okay, let's go back to PreRamble. I tested that out. It was interesting. I'll do it again because what I want to do is I want to use it as a green for my Sylvaneth model, the giant beetle.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wanted to do that. Yeah, I think it would. And so I want to, before I go and mess it up completely, I want to just go ahead and get, testing out with that.
Because that's a slightly expensive model to be messing up completely.
Yeah.
Masking off the other parts of it and just doing the wings with that color.
I'm going to just do the entire beetle and then repaint over whatever I mess up on.
Sure. Which beetle is it, Ringo?
No.
Oh, John.
What? That's a fair question.
What else? What else did I do?
I laughed.
Did a bunch of painting. Put together a bunch of models yesterday. I put together 14 models yesterday.
I found a box of my old models I used to use for D&D. At the bottom of one of my closets. That is a shit ton of models. Funnily, it also had my tape gun, which would have been a lot more helpful at the beginning of the move rather than the end. It's alright, I bought a new one because tape guns are important. Another pro moving tip: just buy a fucking tape gun. Just do it. Sure, it's like $20-$30. You will use it. It is great.
If you're shipping a lot of stuff, if you find yourself shipping a lot of stuff as I do, a tape gun is invaluable. Also, a good quality packing tape. There are some that are super shitty and just keep breaking up and peeling.
Yep, if you get that stuff, just start chucking the garbage and...
Thank you, Dr. Cool, for the follow. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, just get another roll. Asking for the good stuff. There are a handful of things where going cheap is not better, and that's one of them.
But, put together... Everybody getting killed. Putting together a bunch of models. I'm going to paint 2 of them on the show when we go for the full live one. The giant flaming mouth. He's really not supposed to be flaming, but I'm going to paint him flamey. I've got some good yellow wash.
That is a really cool model.
Yeah,
is that just like a 3D printed skull thing?
No, it actually is in 4 pieces. Each side, the head piece right here, and then the bottom jaw. And it's just you glue the sides to the top, and then you glue the jaw on the front.
Cool.
It's a really cool spell effect. And then, of course, one I'm probably going to be using a lot in my games is the Chrono Cogs. We'll get better close-ups because this piece is really good in Age of Sigmar. And I'll paint this one up. I'm going to be kind of just doing a dry brush metal and then some funky flames on it and everything. Other than that, did a lot of work on the podcast.
Yeah.
Getting all our social media stuff set up and everything. What is it? Not a lot. I mean...
Kathy, you'll be happy to hear I've been looking at desks and such so I can start painting, because right now, grab the camera, pardon my tilt.
Oh,
I'm using my old actual desk right next to my hutch where my computer is, and it doesn't necessarily fit together well, but it's better than nothing.
Excellent.
So, looking at workbenches, seeing what I can find that'll work.
Yeah, I need to rearrange some things in here too, so that I can have a table that's big enough for to just have my laptop all the time, so that it'll be easier for me to stream more often if my laptop's always set up in here and plugged in and everything, instead of moving it from the kitchen table into here when I'm gonna stream and then moving it back there for, when I want to just like screw around.
Yeah, let's look at workbenches too, because I was looking only at desks, and I thought about looking at workbenches. As long as I get a place for me to slide under a chair, I also need to replace this chair and get one of those mats you put down so you can roll on it, because
Oh,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of pressure to make this chair move right now. About a
Yeah.
force.
I need to do that too. I need to get one because I'm rolling back and forth from my computer to here, computer to here.
Well, that was the last office was Pergo flooring, which is like
Oh yeah.
fake hardwood, which is great for rolling on.
Oh, hey, Congo asked, what's today's topic?
Today's topic that we're going to talk about when we go live in probably about 10 minutes is what to do when you own way too many models and way too many armies and what you can
There's
do
such a
with
thing?
them. There is such a thing, and I'm having to go through it.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So-
It's a thing.
And the thing is, it's not that I don't want these models. It's just I don't have time for these models. So we're going to be talking about what to do during that. It's going to be our main topic. I actually have quite a few medias to go over. For the media section, I have, let's see, I have King Arthur, with the
Is
Tell
that
of the Sword.
Clive Owen one? No, okay.
No,
That's the
Tell of the Sword.
guy from Pacific Rim.
Yeah. Chips, Transformers Last Night, and It to go
Chips?
over. Based on the TV show, loosely.
You mean loosely, very loosely.
Yes. Very, very loosely.
Like a movie?
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
a Chips movie.
Yeah, they made a Chips movie.
Oh,
Michael Pena and Dak Shepard? Dak Shepard?
Yes. And so I got those reviewed. What do you got to review? Anybody got anything really cool to review?
I watched the first season of The Good Place,
Okay.
which was, oh my god, I was
Don't spoil it.
crying.
Don't
I was
spoil it.
laughing so hard I was crying.
Well, my last movie in the old place was Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage. Apparently for the third time, I just counted. Because I wanted something quick and easy. And then today I watched an old 80s movie that I'd never seen before. I mean, everyone's like, oh, you haven't seen that movie? You should see that movie. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Oh my gosh.
You should? Okay. Wasn't that Don Johnson?
It was Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke before he took up boxing instead.
Huh.
And then eventually came back. So, there you go. That's that. And then I'll talk a little about Dresden Book 3 that I finally got through.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That's about it. I've been not a lot of free time, and every free time's been making sure I'm
Move.
chill and stable enough to work, because work, end of the month at work is the tough time, and I don't want to.
Oh, I did work this week too.
Work.
I
Don't taunt us.
I changed the DVD to reboot seasons and Star Wars episode 4 and 5 and put together a bunch of Dryad models.
That's not work. Jesus, they pay you for that shit?
I spent 1 hour watching movies with my kids, an hour off putting together miniatures, an hour on watching movies with my kids, an hour off for lunch, an hour on watching Star Wars, an hour off putting together models, an hour on watching Reboot, and then going home for 5 days. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
We
what
need
it
to find
did
a
for-
sarcastic version of It's a Hard Knock Life to play for you.
Which, by the way, did y'all watch the 2 videos I sent you?
I
Sent
was
us
not
videos.
I sent y'all some 2 videos y'all needed to watch, which are hilarious.
No, I didn't watch them, obviously, as I'm questioning you since video. Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Oh, yeah, Saturday at lunch. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
So, but I did that. That was about it.
The Saturday was the day I turned in my keys, so Saturday morning was getting everything done, cleaning, moving stuff, and then turned in my keys, and then went to lunch.
Saturday was board game day at my friend's every last Saturday of the month, so that's what we did all day.
I was dripping sweat by the time I was done. Anyways, I'm going to go get alcohol. I shall return.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go and shut down real quick, guys. Come right back up. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.